Guys, welcome back. So underneath the Chevy Cruise, the customer was right enough. I could be doing some brakes, so to be honest with you, the rear ones, you can see the discs are all pitted, so I'll show you that. Flash is on, so you can see that discs all pitted and worn. The brake pad, he's probably got about a wafer, if that, half a mil if you're lucky. It's probably into the metal, to be honest with you. It's just no started grinding the disc yet. It's probably just no whisper of a brake pad thickness. That squealing noise is probably the wave indicator on the inside. The calipers seem to be working fine, and they seem to be returning to the stops, so hopefully the pistons retract okay. I do have some pads and discs down there for it. The springs have been done on this one before. This one's starting to get a wee bit rusty. I think that's probably the first one we did. I think then in the next year that one went, so if I remember correctly anyway. However, you can see the beam axle is getting rather corroded. Getting rather corroded. Rather rusty, same with the exhaust system on it. I don't see any holes in it yet, but it's not going to be long, so that's going to be something that's going to want done on it. He's had the wheels done, it's got 4 new rubber boots on it, that's good. Fuel filter, that's where your fuel filter lives in there. I'd probably advise changing that. Axle bushes, they look okay. They don't look in too bad condition, to be honest with you, so they look okay. Inner sills, not too bad, they're starting to corrode, but bit worse on this side, starting to corrode. So these bushes, they're a little perished. They're not too bad. They're not too bad. I need to put a lever in to check, but you can see there's bits in here that's getting a bit crusty looking, so it starts pinching the bush. And the roll bar links, very difficult to check on here. The springs on the front are corroded, but I've not found any playing the pins, bushes, ball joints. Animal bar link, like I said, sometimes you can have play, but on these ramps you won't find it. So we can see that spring's all corroded, but it's not broken. The disc's all swollen up. There is a bit of thickness left on that pad there. Same on this side, but they are getting close. I'd say maybe about 4 mil on those pads. So we could leave those now. It's going to need a service done, but I'll come over to the machine, I'll show you. Right, so I put the flash off, see if it's still up there. Yeah, so engine oil life exceeded, forced limited engine power, engine oil life exceeded. So the customer did report a DPF light was coming on and flashing, and it has had an issue with that before, but it's been a long time for that's reared its ugly head again, the DPF issue on it. So I think the last time, I'm not sure if we cleaned it, you know, and you know, relearned the DPF up the motorway or whatever. I can't remember what the procedure is on this Chevy. You know, if it was a Land Rover or something like that, I would know off by heart, but the Chevys we don't get a lot of in the UK, so I think it's probably best to do the pads and discs on it today on the rear, because it needs them, and probably just do an oil and filter change on it at the minute. I think it's coming up for due timing belt renewal. I need to look at the mileage on the car and look and see exactly when that's due, but I think it most probably is due, to be honest with you. So yeah, the wheels have been done because they were going down, and obviously I did report the DPF issue, but as of yet I don't see any issues with it. Here's an exhaust gas pressure sensor there, so that's obviously sensing the pressure. After this one, that'll be a temp, so I'm not sure if that's so that's temp as well. That one, that's temp, because that's just reading the temp, so that's reading the temp in this one. So pressure, so that one's sensing the pressure in the exhaust to sense if it's choked here in your DPF, so we can have a little check at that. The sump is getting corroded. It's a shame to if they just have covered that rather than leaving this wee gap here. I'm not sure why they did that, for the exhaust probably, isn't it? But yeah, if they'd have covered this bit up. So aye, that's going to want done in the future as well. I'm not sure what's happening here with this leak. It looks to be some up here, but I think that's a diesel pipe. If that was leaking, it'd probably be coming out pretty fast, so not sure, but we're going to have a look underneath the bonnet now, because looks like there's been something leaking down on the gearbox. I'm hoping it's just been whoever serviced it. Maybe been me. Normally I would clean up if I made a mess, so normally I would clean it all away, so I'll look at the bonnet and see what's going on. Right, so it would appear then that there is something leaking down there. I'll have to have a better look at that. There's the oil filter on this one. It's not down there, I don't think. Hang on. Right, so the coolant is purple. Yes, purple. No idea. Never seen purple coolant in my life. Anyway, obviously something's happening down there. Not sure what. Vacuum pump maybe. There's a vacuum pump in there. You do have boost hose as well. And you can see all the oil coming through the turbo hose. So it's maybe just that. And it's maybe coming out of here. It's certainly all wet down there. Oil filter location is down there, so it's not been us. It's not been me anyway. That's very interesting about that purple coolant. That's very interesting. That. So I think we just need to recommend at the minute doing a service on this car and seeing what happens. So I'll speak to the customer. You can see looking at the turbo. Oh, the fan's going. You can see looking at the turbo. There's a lot of soot. I need to watch that fan's going. There's a lot of soot on the actuator there. So a sign that the DPF could be choked up if we're getting the soot coming out of there. It seems to be running okay, the car. Just code 82, code something else. So, and it's all to do with being a good service, I think. So anyway, we'll crack on here, guys. Thanks for watching. Hey guys, so we're back on the Chevy Cruise, just draining the oil out it there. So, drain the oil out it. I've got a new sump plug there for it. There was a tiny bit of corrosion on the sump, but it's not leaking yet. I'm not going to touch it too much, so it should be okay for another year, hopefully. So I do have a sump down there for an Astra. It's a 16 plate and it was really rotten, so I don't know if the covers may be missing off the Astra. So you can see what I'm talking about with these leaks over here. But I think it's just the boost hose. I think it's just the oil coming out of there, so I need to clean it all and double check. So we'll clean all that and see. I have slackened the wheels as well. I did that by hand. Actually I used the master bar on the ground because the wheels have just been redone. So I don't know, I might put the rattle gun on them and take the risk. So there you go. So all slack, so I'll take them off by hand and try and keep them good. You see it looks like there's a wee mark there. What was it? Aye, that's the way, so it's obviously been like soap or something like that for the wheels or something. So you can see the back pads in this, so we'll get the oil drained down, filters out it, take the filter out first, let the oil drain out the filter, let it drain into the sump, then take the sump bolt out. Best practice. So we'll crack on here. Right. We are just winding the piston back, it seems to be going back, so look at the brake pads there, so definitely got all their money's worth out of them. I don't even think it started grinding the disc yet, but it's very, very low. Let's just see. Right. So, and that top slide, as all seized up, you can see that. Look at the pad. So yeah. 0.1 millimetre maybe. So, and you can see that slide just all rotten up. So the piston's going back, so that's a bonus. So we'll crack on. See if we can get it to go back. Right. They're really good, you can adjust them in right. Handy for this car. So I'm going to get this disc off now, so the oil's draining away there, so we'll let it run, let no more drips as long as possible. Where is my attitude adjuster? Some attitudes. And this has shall, I can find it, I can see them. There's this camera pointing, is it still seeing? Yes. Here. See if I can get this. No umbrellas. So snap on ass, that was the hammer on that, okay? Snap on ass shape you've been hammering or using a screwdriver with a lever. Just say no. No man, prove it. Innocent till proven guilty. So, I just need a long tap, to be honest. So, I had a car in here a couple months back, something, and they said, no, the guy can't get it, he's got a bad tap. Stephen, if you can get it. I said, well, aye, I'll get that back. And when it came in, I could see what had happened, so it was like a big 55 top. Ah, it's a huge slack, that one. So, and basically went down top bolt at the top, so it was an inverted top like that. So a male top like that, and then it was a nut on the bottom. But they just couldn't get in to grip this, so you could see that their tool had been slipping. That one got it. So, although snap-on is really expensive, it is really good. So, the guy had obviously tried it with whatever he was using, don't know what it was, so he wrote for me, and he couldn't get it. So I think they basically just given up. I don't think it was anything to do with it, you know, with that. I think it's going to need to carry off, so we need to jump from 17 to 17. And patch it up to the outside. Yeah. So that was on Project Aldi. So I had some 60s. Might actually be 50s. So that's 16. No, no, 15. 15, my bad, it is 15. So, and my snowball goggles, but they're for wherever you need. Stuck up with the remnants of the belt or the threads. Stick. Shims off as well, you can on the way, not pointless. solid that you get with the file. So if you can't get in, run with something else. We're now going to change this battery. So back in a second. Right, so I've been in with the big scope, right, cleaned up the hub. What you're trying to get just out with this smaller. Right, so nice and shiny. Here's the battery showing. Right, shell's well cleaned. The bottom slide, that's free, but we're all clean and greased. Obviously we need to clean the top one. As well seized up. Right, so there we go. New shims, shims are cleaned. Put back. Okay. Clean. Clean up the slide. With a big scotch brite, I think. Slide out as well. That one's still wet degrees. Oh. Just clean it and grease it. So I'll go get these bolts clean. Right, so 2 bolts. Disc actually. Disc, hopefully this is the right one. You're not sure, then I had to ask on size of the wheels. So we've got snap-on box cutter, standard blade, box cutter with US. Feet. Hello. How are you? How's your car? Not a bad day this one so far, not a bad day. Usually a lovely customer there. Brought us a tub of roses, so yeah, can't beat that. You can't beat that, you can't argue with that. So, not like sweetie guy. So my kids will have it, so I mean I do have chocolate. Galaxy. That's the chocolate. So let's have a little butcher's here and see what we have. Inside one has the wear indicator on it, and the wear indicator is at the bottom, so it will be this part here, and one of those outside ones. So let's get them fitted. That's nice, that's how that should fit, nice and slidey. Right back and forward. That will last about a minute. Don't hammer them in. Don't hammer them. Technicians hammer the brake pads in, fail them, do whatever. Make it fit. Shoot back. Sometimes you need to mess with these shims. This one's got to be made of. Oh yeah! Oh. Look at that, eh? Well, I'm going to that now. Hey, there. Ah! So that's how we want to see that. The Pac-Man. Everyone's the same. The Pac-Man. Now, come off. You let the brake pedal off. You hammer them in, the brakes are just on. So now when you release that pedal, they should release. So really all is the caliper back over here. What I'm demonstrating with this, it's not very important that it's got the wheel nuts holding it. Majority of the time it's just strapped shear, you end up on the jolly and all that stuff, so if it is shear, the wheel will hold it, okay? I did have somebody come in one time screaming at us, you know, you've left up this since the year! And my gaffer was says to me, I've checked that, mate, aye, he's right. Take the wheel up, there's no screw in the disc. This was my boss. I says to my boss, is he driving about with no wheel on? He says, bloody wheel's holding the disc. I says, aye, I says, look, they want us to drill that out. But another 2 hours later, so they decided to leave it. Anyway, let's show you what we've done. So, we've did these P's and D's, we need to put the big bolt in there, we've greased all the slide, the piston's back, screws in. So literally just need to bolt that up to there and everything's all funky-dory. Basically, just rinse and repeat on the other side, guys, eh? So if you haven't already, hit the big thumb, hit that subscribe button, man, have yourselves a great old day, okay? Right, so back on the big autel, the flash off. So it'll do its reset on the oil life. I'm sure that did that okay there, just double check. Press continue. Perform successfully, okie doke. Escape, escape, escape. Come back out. Back into auto scan. Just do the full scan again. I'll take these two away. So I had to go out there and double check that I actually had a copy of it. So oil life exceeded, engine oil life exceeded, forced limited engine power. I mean, there's a load of lost communication there, U codes. So CAN bus, CAN bus, CAN bus, body control module. So we'll hope that they are nothing untoward and they don't cause any future issues. So could be anything, to be honest with you. Could be nothing, could be something. So anyway, it's clear on them all, and then I'm just going to go back into engine control module and just make sure there's nothing in that system for, you know, the oil quality, engine oil life reset. So I'm going to do that as well. It's probably the exact same thing we just did, but just to be safe and to make sure, yeah, it's probably the same procedure, but just to make sure that the car knows it's had its oil change. So active tests. Right, nothing in there we need to do. We're going to live data because there is a report of an issue with the DPF. So we shall have a little look at that. If we cannot do that here. Out of here. Out of there. Let's go to here. Let's go to DPF. I just want to see otherwise they saying. I just want to have a look and see what's going on. Display all data. Engine exhaust after treatment, let's see that. Go back. Exhaust after treatment. Yeah, that's what I would expect it to be in. It's one of these ones, isn't it? So I've looked at this DPF before, so try in here. I don't think it'll be in here, but nope. Aye, doke. Let's go into this one actually. This one's interesting. Sound. Looks okay to me. Because we're going to reset all that stuff. Induction, it's not going to be there. might play a bit with this, I think, see. I didn't have a play about, I think, see. Right, I'm not going to waste too much time on this now. There was no faults for the DPF, the customer had mentioned it. So, right, we'll check the oil on this wee car now, and that should be good to go. We've done all the doors, done the coolant, checked the coolant, topped up the screen wash, did the filter change on it, new oil, and corrected all those messages on it. So hopefully that's it. Right, so quite a steep hill this one, the Drumgillock hill. You can see how steep that is. So we're in neutral and handbrake's holding, so I'll leave it in gear anyway. You never know, cable could snap or anything. And the handbrake will probably get a wee bit better. It'll probably ratchet itself up and adjust the cables as it goes along. Most of the coating's come off now, and the brakes will get better once the coating's right off it. So yeah, so the coating's just a bit off, so that's good. Good.